Okay, let's make healthy habits stick. I'm sure you've tried to make new habits in the past. Some have stuck and become a long-term way of life, and I'm sure others have fallen by the wayside. That's how it is for me. And it may seem mysterious, but there are some secrets to making healthy habits a way of life. So we're going to practice a few of them. Okay, so the secret to making healthy habits stick is not more willpower. You can just give up that idea that you have failed because you're not committed enough, or you didn't try hard enough, or you didn't have enough willpower or discipline. That's just not true. So that is not the secret. It is not more willpower. The secret is making these new habits automatic. Okay? And we're going to look at how to do that. So you can follow along with your worksheet pages and answer these questions as we go through. What habit do you want to create? So pick one that you'll work through this lesson on, and then you can go back and outline 3 new habits that you want to work on. So name your habit. What's the habit that you want to create? In our example here, we're going to use flossing your teeth because that's a really simple one. So that's the new habit. First thing we're going to do is break it down into a very small, actionable step, okay? So if I want to build a habit of flossing my teeth every day, then I'm going to start really small, and I'm going to break that down into a habit that takes 30 seconds or less to do, which if you're really fast, you might be able to floss all your teeth in 30 seconds, but that's not what I want you to do. I want you to, if your habit was flossing your teeth, I would want you, the example would be to floss 1 tooth each day for the next week. So do not go in and floss all your teeth. What we're doing is we're building a habit. So when you think about the habit that you want to create, how will you break that habit down into something that takes 30 seconds or less to do? So an example might be to do 1 push-up or eat 1 piece of vegetable every meal time, or practice the piano for 30 seconds, or practice your new art technique, or whatever it is that you're trying to do, this habit that you're trying to create. I want you to figure out how to break it down into a tiny part of that new habit that only takes 30 seconds or less. Okay, got it? Now, this is where the long-term habit building magic happens. Because habits, healthy or not, are always triggered by something. So you may be trying to create a brand new habit, like flossing your teeth. Maybe you don't floss your teeth already, and so this is a new habit for you. And if so, a great anchor for our example of tooth flossing would be tooth brushing. Because most people already have an automatic habit of brushing their teeth. So that's the anchor. That's the current automatic habit. That's the trigger that's going to help us to remember to floss our teeth. We're going to build onto our existing habit. So if flossing your teeth was your new habit, you would practice that every morning for a week. You brush your teeth, and immediately after, you floss 1 tooth. And to set yourself up for success, you would put your floss right next to your toothbrush, even right on top of it, so that it will help you, it will set you up to remember, oh, right, after I brush my teeth, I'm going to floss 1 tooth. So you're going to practice this 1 tooth flossing until this habit becomes automatic. So whatever your new habit is, you want to set up whatever reminders are going to help you to do that tiny new habit until it becomes a part of your routine. You might be trying, instead of creating a new habit, you might be trying to change an existing habit. Like, for example, eating ice cream every night when you turn on Netflix. So you're wanting to replace a habit, and to do that, you can first identify what the anchor is. What is that trigger? What's the habit that is then telling me to get a big bowl of ice cream. It's turning on Netflix. So you can identify that anchor, and then the same process will work. You find the trigger that you usually associate with the behavior that you want to change, in this case, Netflix, and you choose a new habit. So you're still going to anchor it to the existing trigger. So here, you might, instead of getting your bowl of ice cream when you're ready to sit down and watch Netflix, you might make yourself a cup of herbal tea, a really special cup of herbal tea, something that feels like a treat, even though it's not a big bowl of ice cream. But Netflix, in both cases, is the trigger. Does that make sense? So give yourself a minute here. You maybe pause the video and brainstorm some anchors in your life. Sometimes for people, so some that I've heard before, when I wake up in the morning, when my alarm goes off, when my feet hit the floor in the morning, I will. Hold on just a second. Yeah, here we are. After I do this, I will do this. So you have the anchor and you have the new habit. And so I was giving some examples. After I hit the alarm, after my feet hit the floor, after I brush my teeth, after I go to the bathroom, after I make my cup of coffee, after I put the dog's leash on. It could be whatever it is that is the thing that you do automatically. You're going to anchor your new habit. And this is a great formula for writing that out. This is, I think, the most important step in the whole process. Celebrate, just like these adorable girls are doing. Celebrate every time you do your new tiny habit. Have a 5-second dance party. Cheer for yourself. I'm awesome! Or just shout, woohoo! Whatever it is, really make a big deal about it. Let your body feel all those chemicals that you're releasing when you're happy and when you're excited and when you're proud of yourself. This helps to build a new neural pathway, and it helps to associate your new habit with joy. This is really the key to sealing it in. Celebrate. Okay, so despite our best intentions, you're not going to achieve perfection with your new habits, okay? We're just going to be super realistic. Sometimes we forget. Sometimes we make different choices. This is great because it gives you more information. It shows you that there's another way here to practice staying in tune with yourself. You just keep coming back. Even when we drift off, we don't do our new habit, we choose the old path, we notice and we come back. It's such good practice. So what you can do when you do notice, you can turn that into really good information for yourself. What tripped me up here? What got in my way? What can I learn from that? What information is there to help me next time? So maybe you might find this new habit is not actually aligned with your greater purpose or with your priorities. Sometimes we tell ourselves, I should be whatever that is for you. But in actuality, it doesn't really line up with your goals or your priorities in life. And so then you don't do it because it's just not authentic for you. So you might find that out as you try a new habit and you find that it's not sticking and that you're getting tripped up. You can then use that as good information for yourself. Maybe the anchor isn't strong enough. Maybe that's not a strong enough trigger for the new habit. So you might look in your day, okay, where might be a different anchor that is actually better for this new habit. So tweak your anchors and tweak your habits as needed to stay aligned with your intentions and then to find the path of least resistance. I want you to make this as easy as possible on yourself. That's the goal. I want to give a lot of credit to BJ Fogg. He is the founder of Tiny Habits, which a lot of this information in this lesson comes from. And he has a free 5-day course, an email course that you can sign up with. And it's not a lot of extra work. In fact, it's just super minimal, 30 seconds of extra work on top of your new tiny habit. So if you want to do that this week as you're practicing some new habits, it could be a great time. If that feels overwhelming to you, don't do it. Don't even think about it. But if you feel like you would like that support for creating your new habits, you can see the website here, tinyhabits.com. Go there and sign up. He also has some great YouTube videos, and there's one in the bonus resources. So if you want to hear more from him, that's the place to do it. Have fun with your new habits.